So you got to start a timer or a
You-
stopwatch to see how long we're going. Right. Wait till we start the podcast, sorry.
Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the From the Couch podcast with me, your host, Joseph Gracie.
And me, your other host, William Blythe.
I almost said...
No,
William.
no, you tried to sneak it in. You try to take charge there just for
No, I
next
was-
week so you can fucking lead into your Joseph Gracie podcast. It's not happening. I'm not having it.
Oh, what you think cause me saying with me, your host?
Aye, and then I'm like the co-host, like the real host or the lesser host. No, joint host.
Well, joint and hosting, but everything else, I'm carrying the team. It's like Michael does that part
You
there,
can carry
right?
your arse off my couch in.
Michael does that part there, right? You do this part here, but after all this is done, I go away and do that stuff.
You
Carrying
fucked
a
yourself here.
suitcase to it's the last time I need to carry it. Unless we have guests, which really we couldn't, because I was saying this to Zoe.
Yeah.
In special host Zoe Jameson.
No host.
Oh, special
Guest.
guest.
There you go. No offense. I don't want you to try and sneak in. I don't want you to try and sneak
Your
in.
microphone, Zoe. You have to hold it.
I don't want you to try and
It's
sneak
on
in.
my
This is your
phone?
podcast.
Mi-
Oh, absolute professionalism.
Michael was...
Let Michael do his job. He knows what he's doing.
But Zoe, but Michael went like that. With the thing where, like, he was like down
Don't do
that.
that
He was
action.
doing the down that pint.
No, that's no a down the pint action. That's not what you were doing, pal.
And then Zoe was just sitting there like, hi, that's what happened. That's what Zoe was doing. And then he went like that, but then he went like that to look to see if it was actually on. So if somebody, see if you were like, if you're like, is this, are my shoelaces tied? You would be like, oh, are your shoelaces
This is
tied?
the shittest intro to a podcast I think I've ever heard. I've ever seen in my life.
You say that every fucking week.
Aye, 'cause every week it gets worse. You think
That's
we'd
it.
get better? It gets worse every
Well,
week.
if you maybe fucking put a wee bit of effort in.
See the week I introed it was actually pretty alright. I think. I'm gonna say it was.
What's happened in the news, William?
Just, right. Thomas Cook have went bust.
And guess who got stuck in another country?
You?
Oh, you didn't really have to.
Well,
it
you-
was
you
kinda
left-
rhetorical.
You stopped.
Well,
You,
what
you stopped deed. What was I meant to do? Just sit here silently, looking at the camera, just waiting for you to say something.
I don't really know what to say about it because you just talked about it so much when we weren't
We didn't talk
recording.
about it much. I said,
Just asked, did you have a nice holiday?
a nice holiday.
I said, do you have any-
Zoe's ma forgot her insulin. I was the only cunt that cared.
We were delaying her to start with. She lost her insulin.
She didn't lose. She never
No, she
took
forgot
any.
her insulin, sorry. We got delayed an hour, forgot her insulin. And then, what was it, day 4, Thomas Cook potentially could go under. And then it did, no way home.
Aye, like at the weekend, because obviously it wasn't trading, so it didn't have to make an official statement. And the government were like, "Don't worry, it's fine." And then at 4:15 in the morning, I went up. I got up to go for a pee. We were waking up at 5 to leave on the Monday morning, and then I looked at my phone, and it was like a BBC News alert that said Thomas Cook have gone bust. And I woke Zoe up, and then she thought like there was something wrong, and I was like,
I thought we slept in.
You might as
I
well
wish.
have. You might as well have.
and then we got to the airport for like 6 o'clock. At 25 to like 7, we were still in a wee shitty atoll booth. With like a thing with like a paper. It wasn't even an atoll booth.
Aye, well, is that the one you were in the news with? Your picture was on BBC
Aye,
website.
well, I took a picture and then I was on the BBC News website looking raging, and Zoe was like, "You look raging," and I'm like, "But I
There was
was
another
raging."
man, and he was just talking, but he looked human.
Aye.
No, but it started, what was it, 2 days before our transfer was up on the wall, like in the wee
Because we had
waiting
the
Aye.
taxi transfer,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we
the
were
same
in
as
a
us.
different like list.
Aye.
So luckily we took a picture of it, but then the very next day, all the paperwork's taken down. There's no transfers up, so we're like, this is not good.
Oh my god.
And when we showed up, see when at the airport they gave us a list of like times for the rep meetings.
Aye.
Our hotel didn't have one on the wee like A5 leaflet they gave us, but then when you went into the rep room at the hotel, it had one,
Aye.
and then the next day it was gone, and that, and
The
then
staff
with the tax,
even the staff on our plane were just, it just wasn't good.
They
We
were.
knew something was coming.
and then I guess so 25 to 7 we were sitting there, all the atoll people had showed
AM.
up.
Ben, you're going to say AM
AM.
because you're going to say 25
That's
to
true.
7 later on.
AM, right?
What date?
I don't remember the date. The
23rd.
23rd, aye.
24th. 23rd was just so. This is the
This is
25th.
25th, so Monday 23rd.
So 23rd at 25 to 7.
You're
we
no
were
in court, right? Come on.
We
now.
were sitting
You're
next.
taking the piss.
What is it? It's in my bag. So 6:35 a.m. 24th of September, we were sitting there at the atoll booth. All the atoll people started showing up. All the CAA people, because they're the civil, they were actually for the Civil Aviation Authority, but all the stuff, they're like shitty vests said atoll on it,
I seen
and
that.
then the booth said atoll on it, but they were for the Civil Aviation Authority, but they weren't British. So one person was like a native English speaker, and the rest were actually Spanish people.
Aye.
So they had their meeting, and it was in Spanish. I think they were
Yeah.
talking to them in Spanish, and they were just like in the middle of the airport as soon as you come into like arrivals, like before all the check-in desks and all that at Palma, and it was like there was hunters, there was like just them standing there,
Aye.
and like I went in at like 25 to 7, and I was like, "Well, you just got to like do something," and she's like, "We're just getting a briefing now," and I was like, "Cool." But they had other paperwork to say the flights. We'd went on the website. Our flight for Glasgow was changed for a flight to Glasgow to a flight to Birmingham. But then it turned out that instead of having same size planes as Thomas Cook would have
Yeah.
and having the same amount of planes, they had bigger planes
Aye.
so that could take more people. So they would do 2 flights a day. But instead they got, so we were there with Zoe's Manda, and me and Zoe were on a different booking. But obviously our bookings were both through Thomas Cook, we'd both bought them. So they got put on the first flight, which ended up going to Birmingham,
Aye.
which is what it said on the Civil Aviation Authority website. But when we got there, we were on the list for Manchester.
Well, was
and
it
the
no?
guy didn't even understand.
Aye, you were meant to be on the flight yourself, were you know?
Aye, well, that's what he was saying. And then I was like, but we're together. And he was like, but he didn't understand, like, Jameson, Gracie, how, he was like, what the fuck? Like, how can you be together? And it might have been that Zoe's says Mrs.
I know, I don't know
It-
why it said Mrs. Zoe James.
It said Mrs. Zoe Jameson.
That's gonna be awkward later. That's gonna be an awkward conversation.
Wait, who?
When it comes to marriage, and so he's like, well,
What? That she would keep her in him?
No, she says,
No, that
hey,
one,
she's married.
Oh,
Missed the joke.
Aye.
I didn't know.
How did you not catch on to that?
She couldn't be married. Nobody's that stupid. What's wrong, Michael? Hold it a wee bit closer. You can turn the trim up.
So you've killed yourself, yeah.
How?
Yeah, that's gonna be an issue later.
What? Get married?
We'll wait till I get home.
Aye.
Oh, right. Cool. Whatever. So
I'll be doing the podcast
originally
myself
the guy
next
was
week.
like, I was going to Manchester, but Zoe, her man, or dad, 'cause obviously they all have the same last name. He was like, they're all got to Birmingham, and I was like, but no, that because obviously, like, I'm not a globetrotter like Zoe. I haven't been all over the world. I don't feel confident sitting in an airport and just like waiting to see what happens.
No, I
And it
couldn't
was
have done
just
that myself.
The fact that at that time it said something on the Civil Aviation Authority website,
Aye.
and they knew it was something different, but even the people there didn't know what was actually happening, and I don't think anybody really had the information. But the flight we eventually got on was a Malaysia Airlines flight, and it was like one of these ones that goes from like here to Australia. And the reason that one went to Manchester was it could only land in Manchester. Glasgow airport isn't big enough.
Aye.
So Zoe had seen like
Didn't
a
know that.
big
It was
Emirates
huge.
flight like that. It was like a double decker one,
Aye.
and it
It was
had beds
massive.
and all that.
I don't think I'd have got in that.
They
Oh, it was scary taking off.
Aye, I
it was
wouldn't
like
have-
proper
it
like
was
hovering,
climbing
and it was
for the
so
whole
slow.
first hour of the
Aye.
flight, and then for the
Scary.
last hour of the flight on a 2-hour flight, it was on a steady descent.
Aye, I
When,
would
you
never
know, like
liked
when
that.
you're sitting and your head just goes level and you can see that it's sloping down.
Like I've
Yeah,
no
it's doing that.
problem with like planes and flying and that, but I would never gotten something so big because I'd just been like, I don't understand how this is
See,
going
to
to
be
take
fair, it
off.
was quite cool, wasn't it?
It was.
It was
cool.
worth.
Eh,
It was worth the wait.
Eh,
Don't know, but it was pretty cool.
Aye, and it was like a lot better to like, because obviously on Thomas Cook planes, it's like whatever they put on the telly.
Aye.
But there you can like pick what you want. They had one episode that's Always Sunny. this episode where, you know how like where Dennis comes back in the
Aye, with
13th
the doll.
season,
And
Aye,
look at the doll.
and they bleeped every time they said the word sex,
Must have bleeped a lot in that episode.
or banged or whatever they say, because it was like,
Aye, because I talked about Mac banging the
Aye.
doll, and no banged the doll,
and then
etc.
they bleeped the word orgy as well, which.
You'd
but
never know
aye.
the password.
What?
You'd never know the password. For remember when Frank goes to the orgy and he's like,
Oh,
password? Orgy.
Zoe doesn't know.
Ah,
She
No,
No,
hates
I
it.
never watched.
Ah,
She
well
hates
then, fuck you.
But so where was that? I was like, but between getting on that plane, we heard so much different stuff. Like so, Zoe's man Da, when they'd went, it was Iberia checking in
Aye.
because Malaysia Airlines doesn't have a hub in Palma. Nobody's starting a journey to Australia through Palma Airport.
Aye.
So they don't have a hub there. So everything was just going through this company called Iberia, and they have like only wee planes. But obviously Iberia's like, I'm guessing it's a Spanish company, because it's
Aye,
all
I'd
like,
imagine so.
I think it is.
because it's they have like so many check-in desks. So like, see a BA desk,
Aye.
it's actually an Iberia desk, except they're just checking BA people in
Right.
there. So it's like they were dealing with the check-in and getting you to the gate and all that, but their system crashed when Zoe's man Da tried to get their tickets at check-in. So their man Da waited in line for like 4 hours or something.
It was
Fuck's
crazy.
sake.
Just waiting to check in, and so they had to do like just handwritten. They had
Just
no cash
handwritten
packing and
tickets?
that. It was just handwritten tickets. It was a free for all, so it was a
It
free
was the
seat.
first
My
seat you
God.
came
It was
to.
just literally, it was horrendous. I think they learned all the mistakes on that flight because ours wasn't too bad. We waited 2
We
hours.
cut,
in
and
our
they
line.
only had one gate, so
Aye.
we had
Yeah.
an hour to get through your gate to get the plane fully loaded and ready to actually take off. But on ours it was 4 gates,
Aye.
and even that was like mental.
Like, but the queue to check in, so we waited in total, it was 2 hours to check in before we finally could, but it was an hour and a half before it even moved. There was only one desk, and then next minute they opened 2, and then they went to 3, and then the BA desk was helping us
No,
Aye.
when he wasn't busy. So we were really lucky because we
It's
were
not
quite
so
at the
bad
front
at
of the queue.
least.
Yeah.
But they only told me that gate, not the check-in desk number, because I told them, like,
I had so many
Zoe's-
ailments that
Zoe's got so many ailments that if you put them in alphabetical order, it would just be a medical dictionary. And the woman was like, oh, it's like whatever it was, 63 or 57, I think
63.
63. And then so because I knew that, we got kinda different in the queue, so there was only like 100 people in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then everybody with a child
Would
got
go
in
first,
front.
aye, and
Yeah.
disabled
And they're
people and
like
all that.
disabled people and like children first, and the woman kept saying like on the Titanic, and I'm like, why is and I'm like, and when she saying that, I'm like, but it's like those people like Zoe didn't have an inhaler, her dad didn't have any like his medication, he's also
There was
got
just
a
so
lot of
many
ailments.
people, obviously, because you were there for an extra day that didn't have their medication. Or whatever.
Yeah, I
Everybody
suppose.
was just, and there were so many people with hidden disabilities we learned
Aye.
as well. And so
Aye.
people were just,
So we were
It's just
sitting
a
next
free
to a guy who, like, once we actually found at the gate, and they didn't tell us a gate number, but they took all the disabled people there.
so we followed them.
So
We
we,
stuck with them.
so we were
You're
one of
lucky
the,
your face isn't on the camera.
we were one of the first people at that gate. But see, as soon as it came up on the board, so the flight was supposed to take. Once we got our ticket, it was like we got €37 to buy food to last us until 20 to 9. We checked in about 7:30.
So we checked in, I think it was about 6:30, but it was a 19:40 takeoff. But our boarding pass, before we even checked in, it said 21:15. So
Aye.
we already knew it was delayed before they had announced it. So then when we finally got to the gate, when we were originally in the queue, all the CA people were like, oh, it's not confirmed, but we think it's going to be midnight.
That wasn't the CAA people. The CAA people, there was people for the CAA,
That's true, that was
and
the
there was people
government.
for the Foreign Office.
Yeah.
And the Foreign Office people were there just to talk to you, because the Foreign Office people see,
They got flew over the night before, so at 2 o'clock,
Oh,
so
right.
we were chatting to them.
and they were
So
off at
2
Glasgow
o'clock,
as well, which
yeah.
was good.
That's
They
not so bad
knew,
at least.
They had got the word that Thomas Cook had run under, so at 2 o'clock they were already on a flight here.
Well, there to
Palma,
Mallorca.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so they were there just to support you.
Aye, but the CA had, so by the time it came to us, finding out about our thing. So see that first list we were on for the different flight. By that time, we were onto a second list, and the CA people only sharing any information with the Foreign Office people. So the Foreign Office people had to just be like, go to the CA people. But really they should have been working together and using the advantage that they had. I think it was like 10 people extra that like help them, because there was only 10 CA people, and if there was, our flight had 400 people on it.
Aye.
So if you had like what, 10 people to deal with 800 people that were showing up that day, and there was people that showed up that shouldn't have been on planes that day,
Yeah.
and they got on the planes.
Oh,
So
right.
see with
It
that
was
first,
literally people who had snuck onto the first mum and dad's flight, and they let them stay. The worst thing was, though, we found out that there was 10 empty seats on their plane.
and on our plane there was 50 empty seats.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'd have snuck on. I think I'd have just enjoyed the extra few days of my holiday. I don't think I'd have been like,
But
fuck
There was
this, I'm
no-
going home early.
No, there
Well,
was,
that
well,
guy
that's
would have
true.
went home early.
Yeah.
He'd have went home early, so I wouldn't have been
There was
like,
people being held
I'm going
hostage, though.
I've got 2 days left of my holiday. You know where I'm going? I'm going to the airport and I'm going to sit there for 19 hours and I'm going to get a plane home early. Instead of being like, I'll let them figure it out the first 2 days. Then by the time I go down, like 2 days' time, it should be a bit better and stuff will
Well,
be
that's what
organised.
they're saying. It is a lot more organised, because
Aye.
even by that night it was more organised,
Yeah,
because
we-
they had extra gates open to let you through onto your bus. But like that waiting, see until we got our tickets, and like even until we were on the plane, we didn't believe we were going to
No.
like.
No.
And we were told, we took off just before 2 in the morning,
Aye.
and we were told, like, it was all Chinese whispers really.
Yeah.
But these people were saying that planes don't take off from Palma after 2 in the morning.
That was our deadline. If
They
we
don't.
If we don't get you in the air by 2 o'clock.
They don't
then
take
But
off
there
after
was
2
tunnels and
o'clock
stuff.
because our flight, when we went to Palma, our flight was like the last flight or something, and it was about 1 like we were in there about midnight, and then all the flights up in the boards
For
stopped.
the next day.
They all stopped at 2,
That
and then
was
it was all
us.
flights the next day. Did
But
they stop
then-
at 2 o'clock? They've not got a permit or something
Yeah.
to take off for that.
There was
airport.
other people saying that there wasn't going to be enough seats on the plane and all that, and they were hearing that for other people. But there was a lot of stuff just flying about that
yeah.
was lies, because like everybody got on that plane, I'm sure, and there was 50 seats to spare.
I suppose.
But like you just don't know until you're on the plane, because you don't really believe that
Yeah.
you're going to get home, because
Aye.
they're like, oh, it's the largest repatriation in peacetime ever,
Aye.
and it's 160,000 people, and they're saying we'll get 90% of the people home. So you don't know if you're going to be in that 10%. It worked out it being only 5%, but that's still what, however
It
many.
was just the unknown. Like, you couldn't believe it. But then when we finally got off the airplane, got our bags, which was dead easy, we had to wait for an hour on the transfer bus to Glasgow.
Aye.
But they only booked it an hour before it turned up, and we waited for 45 minutes.
No, an hour before the bus showed up, so
Yeah.
we were already in Manchester
Aye,
for an
before
hour
they
before
booked
the
it.
bus
Before they booked
showed
it.
up.
Yeah.
Aye.
It was ridiculous. And we were literally, there was only one bus to Glasgow, but there was too many people for the bus.
Oh my god.
So we were literally the last people that got our cases on, and the bus driver was like, "That is literally if your luggage is on, you can go on." We had to literally push our way past
Aye.
people. I'm like, "Excuse me, my luggage is on." Like it was.
And you did feel
was
bad because there
ridiculous.
was like so many people. Because I thought, oh, Glasgow, because Zoe's man and Dad were got to Glasgow, so I thought most of the people for Glasgow would have been on that first flight, because our
Aye.
flight was supposed to take off,
10:35 a.m.
Yeah,
and that
early
was
in
the
that
time
day.
that the replacement flight was originally scheduled for.
Aye.
So when I saw that, and on the website it said that was our flight, so I just assumed we must have been like some of the youngest people there without Wayne's or something like that.
Yeah.
However
Aye.
they were doing it, however they were deciding who counted for that flight, maybe we just barely missed the cut off, and there would be like 20 other people.
So, no,
Was.
there was like a good 2 or 3 bus loads for people going to Glasgow. It was crazy.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, so
No.
it took 29 hours, but we got home.
Aye, when we arrived through the door at the airport to our front door.
Yeah.
My
So
god. Well,
Well, that was a fun.
I had a holiday with Thomas Cook 3 weeks ago, and it was fucking brilliant. My
Aye, but-
flight took off about 20 minutes late. Got home about half an hour late, but I can't really complain.
why
It
did
was a
it
good
take
flight.
off late?
Just because tried to board it in Glasgow Airport, and the flights never seem to take off in time in Glasgow Airport.
That was what happened to us. Our first delay was just they boarded late,
Aye.
and then the air bridge
Was
broke,
stuck.
like it
Fuck's
stopped.
sake.
So they had to go get an engineer. So we waited half an hour because of all the wee instruments on the wing, the pilot's like, yeah, I can't reverse in case they, come
Aye.
off.
It was just took later boarding because the check-in gate came up like 5-10 minutes later than it was meant to, and then by the time it boarded, it was like we've missed our like place in the line,
We all
and
checked.
we need to taxi in like for 10 minutes,
We all
and then
checked
it's the same with
everybody
landing.
was there for like 25 minutes, half an hour. Like literally everybody
Aye.
Yeah,
before they even started boarding people, and they were just standing there.
they're just standing there chatting and just. They were
And
just
then the
chilling
woman
out.
was like, the wee lassie, when she came onto the phone, she was like,
And she was too close to the mic.
boarding. And
Oh, see,
that was literally all you could make out, and
Yeah.
people just were going like, what did she say? And it would go down the line.
Aye.
The front person would ask the person at the gate.
Yeah.
could have been worse. You could have been stuck like on that like on the way home in a worse airport, like Bulgaria's airport.
Yeah, Bulgaria's
Imagine being stuck in
Or
there for that time.
What's the other one
Where'd
in
you
Spain?
go to?
Reyes
Burgos?
or something?
Aye, Burgas Airport, and that is like the worst airport I think I've ever been to. I stood in a queue for a McDonald's. There's 4 people serving, and they've got 4 separate queues, and there's about 8 people in each queue. Do you know how long it took me to get served? 45 minutes. I stood in an 8-person queue for 45 minutes for a fucking cheeseburger and a fucking pack of chips. We got to the airport so early, and then like try to get through security was, and I don't know if you had the same issue getting through security, and that was a
They're
nightmare.
so tough.
There was so many like people there all at the one go. Then it wasn't like most places you go to, they're like, look, and they're like, right, there you go, that's fine. And they're like,
Oh,
through.
They would
But
scrutinise
they were
you.
like looking at it, and somebody was like, somebody wasn't like standing right in the centre of the screen, and he was like, centre, and the guy was like, okay, and he stood in the centre, and he was like, okay, you can go now. And I was like, what difference
It's
does it make if you
scary.
stand in
That
here
was-
or stand in
See
there?
when we were trying to get into Bulgaria, you know how like you just get off the plane and then you go into that massive hall.
Aye.
The guy literally looked at mine for like a good minute, and he was just like standing there looking at it. And I'm
Aye.
like,
He's like looking down, looking up, looking down. I'm like,
I
oh my
don't-
god, am I going to get through
They were
here?
doing the same way. They were doing the same way as, and I was like, oh my god. So we got through like on the way, obviously on the way back. You get through that, then you've got to put your bag in, and it took fucking ages because like there was like 4. There was like 4 security things obviously for the bags to go through and scan them. Not there was only 4 of them for like it must have been about 4 flights, or leaving for the UK or leaving about the same time. So it was Newcastle, Leeds, Glasgow, and shit. There was one more. I think it starts with a P. I don't know.
Presswick.
No, I think it's maybe Preston, something like that.
Mm.
There was like 4 flights all leaving about the same time, so everybody was there same time, and it was just horrible waiting to get through it. Took about 40 minutes to get through that, and then as I said, wait and go to my McDonald's. 45 minutes in the queue, and an 8-person queue.
Oh my
And the
god,
woman
my
was just-
heart bleeds for you.
No, but she didn't.
Oh no!
But see if you saw the woman who was taking orders, honestly, she wasn't like taking somebody's order and then like, right, if you wait there, I'll get yours ready and take the next person.
So she
was
was
taking an order.
Wait until
Wait.
the
The
food
stuff
came.
wasn't ready, and she was standing there. She was just standing at the desk, waiting, and she was like turning around every now and then. She was talking to the woman next to her that she was working with and all that. And then the guy was like, "Right, burger." Like, he was like shouting, putting the burger down. She was like, getting the burger, putting it in the bag. Then she'd come back and this, just standing there. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Because like all I wanted was a cheeseburger and chips, which is already made up. Like I could see a cheeseburger sitting there, and there's many a chips. I was like, if she just went through the fucking orders, I would get my food. Because there's like families obviously ordering like 4
So is it
different
not
things
like
waiting on it.
The ones here where they have the numbers.
Oh no! It's no like that at all. It was horrible.
I
Huh?
don't even remember
If
that
you's even-
McDonald's.
Oh,
We
it was
didn't
right next to our gate. Thank fuck, but it was right next. Like it was literally the
rushing through
McDonald's
our
was like
flight.
there, and our gate was directly behind us, which
We-
was handy.
stopped for a Subway, and the guy was so slow compared to.
Com-
I never
Do
had
you
yourself
know
me at
that in
Subway.
Spain they don't have footlongs, or they just do it in
Or
centimeters?
6-inch subs.
Yeah.
6 inches. No.
It's a 15 centimeter sub or a 30
Oh, yeah.
centimeter.
We were like,
sub.
"Can we have a footlong?" And he's like, "Big." We were like, "Yes."
Very big.
And it was just he was like so slow, but I don't know if that was the language barrier, because also we were like we wanted the just Italian bread, no the what.
Just plain, but I didn't
I
see
just
like
wanted
hearty
them.
Italian or anything.
No,
They don't
aye.
have that. They only have 4 options.
They only
literally.
have one with
We got Blanco
cheese-
Italian. or
Cheese and
whatever.
herb.
aye, and then they have
You look so
Italian
passionate about that.
Italian
stuff.
originalo. What was it? Italiano originalo.
Blanco.
or
Aye, that'll
whatever.
be Italian.
Blanco.
Blanco,
Aye.
Blanco Italian or something.
And that-
They changed the grids out here, and I'm fucking raging. I went to Subway last week, and I get like I used to get the honey oat, so it's like the brown bread, with obviously with the oats spread on the top of it, and it was my favourite. And I went in, and they don't do it anymore. I
Oh my
was
God.
raging.
Aye, 'cause they changed it for garlic cheesy.
Aye.
Oh, that sounds good.
That does sound good.
Do love
Aye,
garlic.
but it sounds good in practice.
I mean, who's eating oat bread?
But no in Subway.
Oat
But
bread.
see there, they
Like,
don't even have
Well, jalapeno
spinach.
bread sounded good in practice when I when we made it. It wasn't. It was like 6 jalapenos on a fit long bit of bread and some cheese sprinkled on the top. It looked and tasted horrible.
So
it
does
sounded
it come in like pre-made, or do you have to roll it?
No, you have to roll the bread and all that.
No,
Aye,
it
but
that's
takes
cool.
Do you have to
ages.
make the dough?
Do you have to
from
make the
scratch?
cookies? Oh, the insider knowledge. I want.
Yeah,
to know.
you have to make the cookies.
How does it come?
No, the cookies come in like small, like kind of made up, and then you need to like lay them out, wait for them to like expand a bit, and then put them in the oven.
What do you mean
Ah.
expand?
Like, because they come in and they're like this size, so you need
So,
to
like,
put
let
them out
them-
and let them like cool down, let them expand within natural room temperature, and then you put them in the oven.
That is, but how are they? What's
That's-
that
Because
technology that they're shrinking a cookie?
Do you know what's
Mhm.
odd though? I've had many.
See when you make bread though,
Aye,
and then you leave it, and it.
Oh, right, for it to
aye,
rise.
right. So the cookies rise, and then you put them in the oven. It's the same with the bread. The bread comes in, it's like frozen, but it's honestly like this thin, and you need to like get it out in the morning. So you'll put it out the night before in like a big retarder thing's what we call it. But a big case. You put like 200 or 300 bits of bread out. You leave it all night for it to expand a bit.
What happens if you don't defrost enough?
If you don't defrost nothing, you're fucked.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes. That is
And
it.
would you say to people, sorry, it's
I've
syllables only?
I was like, sorry, it's only flatbreads. I've had to be off.
What about the flatbread? You make the flatbread?
No, the flatbread.
Why would the flatbread be so much better?
flat-
Surely
no,
you
the
would just throw
flatbread
that
comes in-
straight in the oven.
The flatbread comes in it comes in frozen, so you put it in the freezer, and then you put it in the fridge to like 3 days before to defrost it, just so it's all ready.
It's a lot of effort for flatbread.
And then whoever, if you order it, like
Is that
you just make it
popular?
and you've got. I love the flatbread. It was really nice.
Never had one.
They're really nice. I don't know if I still do them or not.
Well, it's
But
not
the
having
bread-
to sit in
The
the
bread was a
retarder.
bastard because when you opened the shop, like in my one, you had to open the shop yourself.
Mm.
So in the morning I would go in at like 6:30, and the shop would open like 7 or something, and I'd have to like
You'd have to do 300
I'd have to
rolls.
roll 300 bits of bread, bake like 60 cookies. I'd have to do all that. I'd have to cut 10, 15 kilos of onions. Do the same. Do about 5 kilos of peppers. I'd have to cut tomatoes.
Did you grate with onions?
I thought they all come in
No,
like
they-
already done.
No, all the onions and tomatoes and peppers come in like just as standard fruit, and you need to cut the fruit
Really?
and
They're
vegetables.
always
You
cut
have to
like
cut
the
them.
exact same way.
Aye, you've got a slicer. So like, you've
Oh,
got
like
you
a
peel
nicer
the,
dicer?
So like, no, I wish it was that easy. You've got to peel the onions, half them. Then you've got to like slice in the middle, take the core and all that out. Then you've got to like stack them into this
Take the
machine.
core of an onion out.
Aye, you've got to
The
take the core out,
really
like,
white part?
the really white bit, and then you've got to push it through this slicer and like spin it the whole way. But if the onion, if you don't stack them well, the onions fall over the place. And you cut them dodgy, and you have to bin them. If you cut them like a weird shape, you have to bin them. If they're no like actual slices, if they're like big chunks, you have to bin them. And then the tomatoes, you need to like wash them. And then you need to like get the slicer, put them through, take the top like 3 pieces off, take the bottom like few pieces off.
So
you-
you're getting like the
Aye,
two
middle,
'cause
you're
they
getting
do
the,
want
in
you're
some
getting the
edge.
exact middle bit of the tomato because they don't want
That
to serve
sounds like
people on
Subway
edge.
have a lot of food waste.
They do have a lot of food waste. But it's the bits of
Why?
the food nobody would want. Like if you want the bottom and tap bits of tomato on your sub,
That
then
doesn't it? Well,
But, well, what
if
if
you
you
get
got-
the green bit of the tomato on
oh,
your
well.
sub,
What if he went like that? What if he was like, right, so there's your onion, and it was just a wee, tiny, wee bits of onion for your sub?
exactly.
You'd be like, I want more onion, but then he's like, I can't give you more onion because I've took a.
Is there a quota? Is there a quota of this is so
It's like
fascinating. How many
handfuls.
slices of cheese? Is there an actual limit?
Aye, you get 2 bits, and then if you want extras, 20p for an extra 2 bits.
No way.
Aye.
What?
Aye.
How do you think? It's like going into McDonald's and be like, why can you not just make it a double cheeseburger for the same
No.
price?
Oh, come on.
But it
It's a
is.
slice of cheese.
Go
There's
keep-
going to be people out there who don't want cheese.
Aye, there's people out there who don't want cheese, but the sub's the same price whether you want cheese or not.
And that's a profit.
As a profit. Yeah, no, to be fair, it's not really. The price of the cheese is extortionate.
Because well, that comes in pre-sliced surely, William. You're not cutting a block of cheese, are you?
Aye, no, that comes in. Well, it comes in as a big like block,
But it's sliced.
but it's sliced so it snaps, so you can like
Yeah.
snap it half. and
The
snap it.
triangles.
Aye, but their cheese is expensive. Because when I told her it, and it was like, oh, and so that's
Joseph knows the price of cheese, don't you, Joseph, when you go to Costco?
hmm
aye, but the price of that cheese was unreal for what it was.
I bought a block of cheese, right, and it must have been like 6 kilos, and I was like, this is brilliant.
He's like, it's a fiver. Turns out it was a fiver a kilo. No, fiver.
It
We
was.
got to the check-in. It was about 40 quid for
Remember
this block of cheese.
the episode of
What kind of
Scrubs
cheese was
where
it,
they
Buck?
get it was just cheddar.
Cheddar.
They had
you
like
get bumped.
they had like pepper jack. Remember that episode of Scrubs?
Aye.
And JD has it, and he's like has it like a baby.
Aye,
that was
don't
the
bruise
size of
it.
this block of cheese, and then eventually like we just threw.
Literally.
My and Dad just threw it.
Seriously?
It
We
took
gave
up,
cheese
you
to
know how in
everybody
the
though. We
door.
literally.
Wait. You threw cheese out?
There was too much.
I would have had it.
I was making my way through it, right?
Aye.
I gave, to be fair, I cut off about 2 kilos at the beginning.
Right.
And gave my mat because I was like, right.
You didn't give me
We
any
knew
cheese.
We knew we weren't going to eat that much cheese.
Cheese is my favourite food in the world, and you didn't give me cheese.
Well, next time he's an idiot and buys, 40 kilograms
You
of
never,
cheese.
you've just gave William ideas. He's got to be like, right, let's
Oh,
go,
I'm
let's go
about to do
halfsies
that
on
now.
a 6 kilo block of cheese.
I'm going to do that now.
You
Like
can?
that's what like when I have a wedding, that's what I'm having. I'm not having a cake. I'm having a cheese board. I've
A
already decided.
cheese
But
bowl.
just cheddar, do you like other cheese?
Oh, of course, I've got the cheeses planned out. I had this discussion the other
cheeses?
day.
Have you proposed to
Applewood.
Nicole yet?
No, but I know what cheeses I would be getting. Applewood, Applewood would be that. I'd get some Mexicana, right?
Right.
I'd get some. I'd mix it. I'd get some Stilton, obviously, for the other people. I'm not a fan
What
of
about,
Stilton,
like,
but
blue
you get the
I like
posher.
Sooty, you know that
You
like
know, but you'll
Stilton.
get a posh person that will turn up and they'll be like, "You got Stilton?" They'll be like, "Aye, right the fucking
Right,
there."
who in our roster like Stilton?
I don't know, but I feel like somebody would eat it. And then there's a cheese that I get for Tesco. It's just normal cheddar, but it's got caramelised onions through it, and it's
Oh.
absolutely beautiful.
I love the the chutney, and it's like caramel.
Aye.
Right.
What about
Do you like Gouda?
Gouda's alright.
So
I discovered that I
she-
like Gouda on holiday.
She
Aye.
discovered she liked Gouda, but only because it was smoked,
It
and
was
she's like, "Oh, that's
Oh.
like
It was
applewood,"
delicious. It was,
and I'm like, "You're only saying that because it's smoked, because it's
Aye.
got a smoky flavour."
It's
But
not like
she's
Applewood.
it was good.
Applewood's
I didn't
better.
didn't know I'd like Gouda.
I don't
she
like Edam.
didn't.
I like camembert though.
She didn't think she'd
That's
like
new.
Gouda, applewood until I made her try it.
Applewood's beautiful.
I'm really funny with cheese. I just tend to stick to cheddar.
I don't like Edam. I don't like
I
it.
can eat them.
No,
I mean,
it's
there's
like
not
rubber.
much taste to
Is
it.
that no what a baby bell is?
Aye, I don't like Baby Bells, I like
I don't
rubber.
like no.
There's no flavour to a Baby Bell. It's literally just
It's
chewy.
like Baby Bell.
Aye,
Yeah.
it's horrible.
It's so is cheese strings. Cheese strings.
I don't
I
like
like
cheese
cheese
strings.
strings.
No, I don't
No,
like
they're
cheese
fun.
strings either.
They're fun.
It's a fun snack.
But nah, I can't eat them. But I'd also have some normal like cheddar as well, like mature cheddar, red Leicester. Like
Red list. What else?
What kind of biscuits do you
Would
like?
you special
I'd
order
get
for
crackers,
Subway
and
to
I'd
get
get-
chang?
I get
crackers.
crackers. I get some Ritz. Ritz on these with some
I love
cheese
the
as
wee
well.
Hovis ones. You can buy them just at Asda, like in a packet. You know the ones that are when you get a packet for Christmas and you get the wee Hovis and they're like digestives. They're my favourite.
Hovis digestives.
I'm sure it's Hovis.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, you know how you
It's
can
like a
get
wee
the
slice of
wee
loaf.
slices of bread. Aye, and they're like crackers because they're already toasted.
No, not them, but they're good. Like croutons.
Aye.
No.
You need to get yourself on an all-inclusive
No, 'cause
holiday
I
like
don't
us,
know.
William. Get
My-
yourself
my
onto that
holiday
cheese
with Thomas
board.
Cook was all inclusive.
Was it?
You
No
just get
cheeses. Bulgaria is the food there, isn't it?
Did you
You-
try their yogurt? Did they tell you that they invented yogurt?
No, I
Oh
didn't
my
try,
God.
I didn't try the
Absolutely.
yogurt.
And they
disgusting.
say
I
it
don't like
all the
yogurt.
time,
Oh my
and then
God.
it's like, then why in the supermarket is it Greek yogurt? And the guy literally made a point in saying the Greeks say they invented it, but we invented
I
it.
didn't.
And honestly, so I
try
got it for breakfast one day. I almost died. It tasted vile. See, because it's different. They don't.
They don't. It's
Cheese
raw
doesn't-
milk,
Yeah.
so they
Oh,
don't
it was disgusting.
pasteurize it.
I just eat bread for breakfast. I don't have actual breakfast. I just take see like the rolls you made of butter.
I'll
That's Zoe.
I'll
But
live on
Zoe
that
gets a roll, right? And she'll rip a bit off, dip it in
and dip it in
butter.
my butter.
Aye, that's what
It's
I
the
do.
same. Thank you. Literally, everyone's like, I've never seen it.
That's what I had for breakfast.
It saves me opening the roll.
I
like,
I get the roll and I
I'm
just
saving time as I go.
break it up with my hands and
Aha.
then I'm just do this.
See,
oh my
so
God, that's
Butter
so
melts
weird.
anyway, so you might as well.
Uh-huh.
but William is a picky eater, right? But
I'm
he
not
no-
picky
I'm a picky eater.
Why do you not have anything else for breakfast? Because you knew you wouldn't like it.
because I don't
I
have I
try
usually
at
don't have
least.
breakfast, but I like bread, so I knew I'd have ate it.
Did you enjoy the food?
I enjoyed the food.
Our hotel was terrible. I literally lived on potatoes for a week.
Our hotel was really good with food. Like it had a different selection every night, so I always had
I
like
mean, so did ours, but I
always
still
had,
lived
like,
on potatoes.
a fish thing, and there was always like potatoes and all that, and then there was like a chicken or like a lamb stew some nights, and then there was always like
Would you
pizza
eat
and
lamb?
chips. Now, I eat lamb, but I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's too
No.
fatty
But
and too
she
chewy.
would never
I
try
would never
one.
try it. The
I
thought of it just
But our
scares me.
hotel had like lamb and veal and chicken, so they and
Right.
like steak, right?
Lamb would be the
And a lot
last
of
thing I'd eat out
squid,
of
But
that.
they
one.
would
Mussels.
always have like one a night where the guy would like cook it in front of you,
Aye.
right? And then there would always be like stuff already out because obviously it's a buffet. But Zoe would never try any of that. She would only try like certain things,
Aye.
and then her mum was like, "I don't trust the meat here."
She would literally no meat.
See, I'll eat it, and I'm not a
See,
big eater.
I'm quite fussy. Do you like mushroom risotto?
Oh yes.
Right, so do I. They put mint through the
Oh,
mushroom
but
risotto,
this
and
is
it
the weird
smelled
thing.
and it tasted like toothpaste.
This is a bit
The
weird.
last time they didn't put mint in it,
No,
and
but
it
this
was
time you
good.
did.
Aye.
But she said it tasted like toothpaste. I could only smell the mint. I couldn't taste it.
It was really strong, and
Ma-
I love mushroom risotto.
I feel like it's, you know, like some people can have like, you know how like there's certain things some people eat, and they have like a DNA thing where it's like they taste it differently. Like so, some people eat like, I think it's like lemongrass or something, and it tastes like soap to them.
Oh, I know
or
what you
whatever
mean.
it is.
No
Yeah.
clue.
It's like a random thing. It's like, you know how like when you're younger.
Olives, they're a good thing because some people eat
Oh, I
olives
can't eat.
and
I
absolutely
can't eat olives. They're
olives. Aye, but
disgusting.
Oh my God.
Olives are
horrendous.
just like Marmite. I think olives taste the same to everybody.
The only like vegetables I properly can no vegetables, but the only things I properly can eat, especially at Subway, is olives and cucumber. Like, see if I made a sub, I'd eat anything else. Like any other bit of salad could go in it. Just if a cucumber and olive touched that, it was ruined.
How do you feel about the inclusion of spinach and sweet
I-
corn and
I like sweet
I
corn.
love sweet corn.
this?
I don't,
finely
but I'm weird. I
diced
don't
tomatoes?
like corn on the cob. I can't eat that. I
It's
don't
just
like that.
gets in your teeth.
But I like sweet corn. Like, see if I'm having tuna. Like, I love sweet corn
But
through the
why
tuna.
does sweet corn not get in your teeth the same way?
Because you're
Because
because
you're
you're
eat-
eating it
And
individually.
not getting
Like,
all the stringy bits.
it could
like-
be-
But you're still
And-
chewing it in your back
Right.
teeth, so would they bits not go off into
no,
your
because
No.
with the corn on the cob, you need to be like
Aye,
and like
it's
grate
sort
it
of-
round
You're
your
getting
teeth.
it
William's
right.
doing half a fucking ton in one go.
No, but
Maybe
what
that's
need
why
to
you
do.
don't like
need to
it.
be like and like grate it along your teeth as you go. Whereas
Yeah.
if it's just in a sub, you're eating it. You can eat it and it's in the middle of your mouth and you swallow it.
Do you know what was
No,
weird?
it's-
The Spanish people don't have sweet corn either.
No.
No.
Well, there's
I
a
was
lot of
like,
things like a lot of Subways have different things. Like I always go customers in for like Australia and that, and they have like avocado and all that in their Subway.
Irwin
they
had
were like-
avocado. The one in Spain had avocado.
I was like,
No, well, he had. It was already made up to
They
be
had-
guacamole.
no, we had guacamole. We just didn't have avocado, but they had actual avocados.
Oh, I see what you
Like
mean.
they had
Ours
like,
had
sliced
guacamole,
avocado
so
and all
good.
that. They had
Yeah.
hunters. They like they.
How
See,
mu-
that's
that would
weird.
be
That would
expensive
be
in
weird.
avocados, like 50p.
It's just the same. It's just the same price and that's because
How
it's vegetables.
strange.
Like you can get
But
as
it
much.
can't be the same price because,
Aye, it
like,
is.
an Australian dollar is like 50p.
No, it's not the same. But it's it's the same price for their subs. Whether you get the avocado or you don't, because salad isn't charged for. Some Subways try to charge for it apparently, but you
for
can't.
salad.
I like see if you like, can I get extra salad? Some Subways try to be like, right, that's an extra 50 pence or something. But you're not meant to
Ooh.
because we
what-
had guests, we had
But what if you were
customers
a
come in that were like,
vegetarian?
they got the salad bowl, and then you'd get the salad bowl and like, oh, can I have extra? And we'd give them extra. And they'd be like, see, in this other Subway that I went into, they charged me 50 pence extra. And we're like, you don't charge for salad. Like a sub,
Yeah.
a roll, like when you actually just get a normal sub, whether you be like, I don't want any salad, or you're like, I want all the salad, doesn't
Same
change the price.
price,
It's the
yeah.
same price. So you can get as much
Oh,
salad
that
as you
is
want.
True. It's not. I always think about that because it's like I never really get any salad.
See, I depends how I'm feeling. I never used to. See, before I worked there, I got jalapenos and gherkins was all I ever got in my sub. But then when I started working there, I get like lettuce, tomato, jalapenos, gherkins, onions, pepper. I get all sorts on it now. The only reason I like vegetables is because I worked there. Like I never used to eat vegetables. I couldn't eat like lettuce or tomato or anything. It was disgusting to me. And now I can eat it.
Would you get tomato sauce?
No, I would not. It's disgusting. That's
What's you
disgusting.
got against tomato sauce?
It's disgusting. It's absolutely anybody who eats it should be shot.
Literally, my cousin, she's like 4. She'll just eat tomato sauce. Like,
That's
literally,
disgusting.
see if I'm having something, I've got
But s-
sauce. She'll dip her
But
fingers
see,
in
that's why I hate. That's
Aye,
why I
but
can't
there's
eat
a
it anymore. That's
caveat
why I'm
there,
scared of
though.
it and
it.
sick
She
of it.
may have autism, right? But still, she'll get a plate and all she wants is tomato
She'll
sauce in
just-
it.
Aye, but that's
Keep bringing it
that's
back.
why I can't eat it. That's why the sight or smell or feeling it makes me sick now. Because when I was wee, I used to like eat like the tub. I could eat like a tub from McDonald's just the tomato sauce,
She does that.
and then I was like extremely sick because of it, and I've never touched tomato sauce since.
So what you're saying is, William has something.
Oh, here we go.
in
Here we go.
common with autistic people again.
No, I'm not. That's no autism. I just ate it, and I don't like it anymore because it made me extremely.
It
also
tries to
has-
make everyone have
I
autism.
know.
He also has OCD. Who else has
Mate, I do
OCD?
have OCD.
Your wee cousin.
It's true. Who eats the tomato sauce? She does have OCD.
I do have OCD, and I don't like tomato sauce. That's no
But
autism.
OCD is that not one of the things that's more common in women with autism?
Oh, I don't know. What's that?
Well,
I think so.
your other cousin definitely does not have OCD.
Mate, that's two things. We done the autism. Let's get off autism. We done the fucking autism test. I didn't have it.
What if there's a doctor watching? It's like, aye, he definitely has
Well, I
autism.
can-
see
look,
the-
I can
you
make
know,
eye
you can see the
contact.
signs.
That's what she was like. She was like, oh, I can see the signs, and our cousins, and she's always coming away with things at me.
That's because you're constantly, oh, you and your autistic ways, and it's like, I'll hit you back with it.
I think you've got something against autistic people, to be quite honest with you.
Nah, he just likes to say it. It's one of his things.
It's not like The Predator, the movie. Did you see it?
No,
The new one called The Predator, and it was like,
I've not seen that.
so the Predator comes to Earth, right, and there's this one wee boy that has autism,
Right.
and he likes the wee boy 'cause he has autism, and then at the end of
I
the
think he
movie,
likes a
right,
wee boy for other reasons.
Right.
His name gives that away.
no. And then at the end of the
Yeah,
movie,
he likes a wee boy. He's called the Predator.
Alright, okay.
Fuck's sake, Zoe.
and then at the end of the movie, they're like, oh, he liked the wee boy 'cause autism is the next evolution of people, and that means that they'll be able to soon have the perfect predator human hybrid or something.
But-
it's a weird film. But like,
Imagine how boring conversations would be.
That's what.
what?
See if
how-
autism was the next breed of people, what would people not go extinct?
No,
Why?
people with autism can still have wings.
I know they can have. I know they're not like infertile or whatever the fuck. But do they know? Are they not like antisocial?
No, that's Asperger's. That's a form of autism, but that isn't.
Alright.
But it's like those people with
There's a
Down
spectrum.
syndrome that get married and all that. Like, and
What were we
Down
watching an
syndrome has
episode of?
very an effect.
And they were having a child. I think was that Grey's Anatomy?
I don't know.
No spoilers.
It was recently. I watched that.
No spoilers.
But there was this guy and this woman
I have
who
not
tried
seen
to
the
get
last
married.
few seasons. I'm watching them.
Aye. It's good.
But like people, there's lots of people with autism 'cause like not everybody
Yeah, I
has it
question them,
to the effect where like Zoe's cousins have it where they don't talk
Oh,
'cause like they literally can't talk, even though like her the lassie is like kind like you know how like the way
She
like a
kind of
baby
talks.
can talk
yeah.
before it actually starts saying words. That's the way like her wee cousin
Yeah.
is.
Oh, right.
But like her other cousin who's older, he's 9, 8.
7.
7.
You were
He-
getting there.
what?
You were.
Aye,
You went
I-
9, 8, 7 was the next one.
He can't talk, but he's like obviously a lot older.
Aye.
But like he shows like he doesn't even. Not that it isn't trying, but he like can't
Yeah.
do anything.
No.
He can't really communicate that way. But like people like I obviously, they might never have a relationship 'cause they can communicate
can't
with
talk.
anybody, and like, but like
Still
not
got a
every.
better chance than Ryan.
But there's someday like they could like by the time they turn 10 be able to talk and like function the way a normal one could.
Aye.
But you just don't know how they're going to develop. That's it, isn't it? You just
Yeah.
'cause there's some people with autism that went to like mainstream schools and never discovered they had autism till they were like a lot older.
Yeah.
I suppose.
And some like affection and some don't. So like Dylan likes to have a cuddle, whereas Sophia, you touch her and she like squeals. She's like, let me go. So like, just depends on like what kind of spectrum.
There you go. You got autism into another podcast.
Another podcast. Well,
There's
we're
about
trying
4 of them
we're
that he's
trying to make it
mentioned then.
socially acceptable. We don't want to demonise autism like you do.
I don't demonise it, I
Autism's
just
bad.
don't
I
have
don't
it.
want autism. Don't give me autism.
It's not something you give somebody. You don't give somebody
Might
autism.
catch it.
That's the way you talk about it, like it's the new AIDS. Don't say I have AIDS, Joseph. I'm not one of them. I'm not an AIDS survivor.
Ah, exactly. That's AIDS in
AIDS
another
it.
podcast.
Zoe does not anything about any of these topics we've covered because she's never seen the podcast. See, to be
I've
honest,
Well, it's
seen the
basically
third
the same
one.
each way.
I
You
don't remember
offending
talking about
people.
AIDS either.
You did.
I don't remember it.
Charities when he brought up Wayne's
Aye.
or something.
You brought up
What
AIDS
did it-
charities.
See, I'd need to watch
I'm
all
not
these
gonna lie.
back.
I feel like you might have had to cut that one out. So I feel like you might have to cut it out again to save your own arse.
That I've not said what I've said.
But you're not gonna be like, oh, you must must have said something because that's been cut out.
I genuinely don't even
But
know what I would
When
have
we're
said.
talking about telly, do you watch Power?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What's
it
Power?
about?
It's
That's the thing.
brilliant.
They're
It's-
always advertising it on
it's like
PlayStation.
my favourite show, don't know, like to watch, and it's the episode on Monday was unreal. And I've tried to find somebody to talk about it, and it's just there's nobody that watches
What's it
it.
about?
It's about like basically two best pals who've grew up together and they own like a nightclub, but on the side they're like selling drugs and like big
That could have
gangsters
been
and all
us. That's what Ryan's thinking.
that. They're selling drugs and like big gangsters, and it's a good like the storytelling. It's unreal. So it is like the way the characters
We'll
are
add it to
developed
the
and that.
list. We're watching NCIS, then we're going to watch, what is it? Bulk?
Oh, have you Bulk?
What's it?
It's Bull.
Bull.
Bulk sounds like a bodybuilding show. But have you watched NCIS?
Aye, of course.
It's
I
Have you
so
seen
good.
every episode so far?
Nah, I stopped
Oh.
a few seasons out. I stopped. I think Ziva just about left.
Should,
Aye, she's left.
No,
Aye.
no, I don't.
So she
was that her
leaves,
name?
and then Ellie Bishop comes in, the woman with the blonde hair.
Oh no, I've seen a few seasons with her in it. I know that show.
Oh, right, okay.
So
Have you seen the new season trailer?
no, but then you can't tell him without
no.
spoiling it.
No.
So there's
You need to
you
watch
need
it.
to.
It's so
I'll
good.
get. I'll. You should watch NCIS.
But where do you watch it?
We'll tell
On
you
the
after the
telly.
podcast.
Yeah.
You need to get Sky.
Yeah.
You need to get Sky, William. That's what we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Just Sky Plus it and hope that it comes on the CBS Action channel. All five. They're playing. What is it? 5-star plays. It's like 3 o'clock. There's a combo on the rest of the night.
I turned my
NCIS.
telly on to watch the Cristiano Ronaldo documentary last week, and that's the first time I've watched telly for about 3 or 4 months.
What about when you play your PS4? You turn your telly
I
on. now.
don't watch telly. I said that's the first time I've watched telly.
What
I have a
Cristiano
PS4 month.
Ronaldo
How did
documentary?
you
The
watch
one with
Power?
Piers Morgan on Netflix. That's not watching it. That's not watching telly.
Aye, but that's what we count as telly.
Yeah,
No,
we
that-
don't watch Sky.
No, but you did see NCIS.
Yeah, but we don't watch like.
We don't
live
watch
telly.
live telly. We
No, we
always,
only watch,
if we all got to
like,
watch
on-demand
something, we'll
stuff.
record it or
No, I
we'll
had to
go on the
watch
Sky Go app
that
or something.
Ronaldo documentary was the first live telly I've watched
But
in
we'll
about 4 months.
record stuff so we can skip the adverts.
Aye, but if you watch it on Sky Go, so it's even if you're watching on Sky Go on the PS4 upstairs, because the max Sky boxes you can have in a house now is free
Aye.
For Sky Q.
for Sky Q. You cannot skip ads. Like whereas if you record something on Sky, or even if you download something on Sky, you can skip ads.
Yeah.
Aye.
It's
But you
so
can't do it on
frustrating.
that app, even though you're paying, what is it, like £110 a month or whatever
Yeah.
for the fucking privilege. And that's not including the internet or phone, because the internet and phone are all different people.
Yeah.
We just pay for the phone. We've not got Sky or anything. We've literally got Freeview because we don't watch telly. But like we've got the Freeview but into telly because we
But
don't
I
watch
wouldn't-
it, so there's no point.
But we
If it
wouldn't
now
have
watches on
a
Netflix or Amazon Prime.
landline unless we had to have one.
Yeah, yeah, I would never landline.
But you
this.
have to have a landline most times just to get internet.
Well, actually, we've not got a landline. We've just got the internet.
Oh, what you talk about then, you stupid bitch? But
But your landline will be active, you just
Yeah.
Aye,
You
aye.
still have a
you
phone.
sort of have a phone. Aye, 'cause like with our house, our phone isn't our internet. It's like a big box in the living room, and one line is phone, one line is internet, but they're both the same connector.
Aye.
But like most houses, like in my ma's house, I have to have a landline. You have to have a landline there just to have internet, 'cause the internet comes through the landline.
Aye.
But like
don't
you
know
just
how
don't
it
have a
works.
phone, but you have a phone number and all that. You coke watching?
No.
What time are we at?
It's only 4:05.
How long have we been
we been going?
recording?
Oh yeah, I forgot. 48 minutes and 25 seconds.
So that means we have another 12 minutes before Zoe cuts us off.
No, you've put that. No, you've just
No, I've put
completely
us under-
derailed, stopped the whole conversation,
So yeah,
We
so
will talk about
anyway,
ruined any sort of segue.
NCIS,
before
you have to
internet,
watch
Hobbs
it.
and Shaw. I'll get that in every podcast.
Did you see the scene with Greg?
I've not watched it. I
my
refuse to
God,
watch
Oh,
it.
it
If
has-
you watch,
Literally.
Zoe, if you watch the podcast, you'll have seen
sorry.
this in every single
But this
one
is what
that
she
I
did,
refuse
right?
to watch.
She, she started at episode 3, right? And then she went back to episode 2 and she was like, that one was a bit worse. And she was like, honestly, Joseph, I didn't want to finish it. And then she was
What
like,
one
I
was
didn't
episode
watch the
2?
first one. So she watched 3, then 2,
The
then
only,
1.
do you know the only reason I watched it? There was nothing else on YouTube and it got recommended to me.
How the fuck did it get recommended to you?
Because she subscribed.
He made me
Alright.
subscribe.
We have to get the subs. Michael subscribed.
Nah, but
I
you didn't
have
click
to
the
force
bell,
him.
which you
Neither
should
have
do.
I.
Click the bell. Click the bell.
She doesn't do that for anybody because
Never.
she doesn't watch YouTube on like her
I only watch
phone
it
or
on
anything.
That's weird.
PlayStation. Amazon Fire now.
I
No.
only watch it on like.
I watch it on my phone. I watch it on my phone, and then if I'm out and about, but if I'm in here, I can I'll stream it to my telly, my Chromecast. What?
No, it was just funny. No, it was like Mike. That's his name.
That's shit, man. That's shit.
What Bill?
No, I don't start.
What if we just started calling you Bill?
Start calling you Joe.
It
Joey.
won't stick.
No, Joey doesn't do that. He's not a Joe. He's a Joe. He's getting Joe.
My dad calls me Joe.
What?
That's weird.
I
It's
don't,
not a Joe.
It is weird.
but I don't call you Billy.
Exactly.
Exactly. But Bill, that's better.
It's no better.
Like William isn't really. William's like such a quick name to say that it's like.
It's the same amount of syllables. It takes the same
Why
amount
would you
of
call
time.
him Bill? Why wouldn't you call him Will? So if you call
Aye.
him William, Will makes more sense.
But other people call him Billy.
Aye, I know. But if you're going to start changing his name, why wouldn't you make it Will?
Why would
that
I
makes
not-
more sense. Why
But why would I know shorten his real name rather than his nickname?
Why would you shorten the name that you don't call me?
Exactly. So then I'm more in line with everybody else that calls you that.
But it's only people in work that call him Billy.
People outside it. What? What's his name? Come on, Frosted Tips. Hates clowns. Sean calls you Billy.
Yeah, Sean does call me Billy to be fair.
Why?
Cause of football. Cause I'm a football team, obviously I'm doing as Billy. So everybody shouts Billy when they go pass me the ball, and Sean
Ah.
plays in goals and I play in left back. So if everybody else is shouting Billy,
It
he'll
is
shout Billy, so he gets used to it.
I have to think what am I going to call you
Aye.
because I have to call you Billy,
And it is
so
real-
that people know who I'm
So
talking
he
Why
has to
would
shout
you
the
put
same
that
as
down
everybody else.
on a football team? But you're.
Because that's my name.
But do you?
Aye,
But for a football team, do you really need to put down your legal name?
I know.
When in school on the register, your name is William.
I prefer Billy.
Why?
William's too hard to say. I
But
don't
is
like
that
saying
no
it.
like? But does that not make you feel weird? Because like if you and your dad are together, and if somebody was to call you Billy,
No, because he gets called William.
does he?
I think he gets called William.
This is confusing. Then why do you get called William in the first place? Sure, that was more confusing.
Because people did call him Billy.
So would you prefer it to be called Billy or William?
I prefer getting called Billy. I'm used to it now. Most people,
Too
most,
late.
most people call me Billy now.
So will we just start calling you Billy?
No.
Joseph's
I'm
not going
not.
to. He's going to refuse. He'll refuse.
Just start calling him Junior.
Junior.
Yeah, Junior's good. Junior sounds like a
Junior.
black name. You're going to need to cut that.
Why will you not call like? Oh well, because you and your
Couldn't
dad
be
don't have
black.
the same legal name, so
Aye.
you weren't really William Blythe Jr.
No, because he's William and Billy.
But I mean, you could change your name.
You could
To
legally
Junior?
change your name to William,
My
And
bad.
that would
I
make-
wouldn't.
But he
Because why
doesn't
be?
like William. We've
But-
established that.
but he does like William. He's
That's not, I
just
don't like
he's
it. I
just
just
went away
prefer
for
Billy
it.
now.
yeah.
Because I'm used to it. Like for the last 6 years, everybody just called me Billy through uni and jobs and all that. The only people that still call
But
me
see if
William
he
are, like, you and
changed it,
Derek.
if he'd changed it through Deadpool, all the people would have called him William.
I didn't know my name was
You don't
Billy
have
until
Deadpool in
fourth year.
Scotland?
But see, what you taught about you didn't know.
That's why all my records were under William, because I didn't know my name was
You
Billy.
didn't know your name was actually Billy.
No, until
my
until Denise said, by the way, see for your exams, like applying to uni, she was like, you might want to get your records changed. And I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, well, you're going to need to get all your school records under Billy, because that's your name.
But you, but when we were young,
all my
I knew
ID,
that.
all my ID was William. Like all my young Scott card and everything was under William.
How is that even possible?
don't
Like
know.
that's like some form of a legal document, really.
But like
all my
when you
young
go to
Scott cards
register
and that were
away,
under William.
You must have been registered.
no, but when you go to register away at school, you have to take a birth certificate. So your ma obviously went like
yeah,
he
but I
prefers
mean,
to
a
be called
preferred
William.
name, yeah.
No, but my records were put down
Aye,
as
but
William.
when you changed to secondary school, they must have just said, "Oh well, it's William." They obviously didn't go. His name is Billy, but he gets called William. They
Yeah.
just said his name is William.
Yeah.
And then so when you went to the, so how did that work with SQA?
I had to get my SQA papers sent back out to me. the school had to apply, tell them my name was different, and they had to send me back out. Like, so I had
At that
qualifications.
point, why didn't you just stick with William?
Because legally,
Because I couldn't apply to uni as
But
William because it
so-
didn't exist. I had to
so-
apply, I had to take like my ID and all that, in,
What
and then
about-
they'd have been like, "You have no school records."
Insurance number and like you'll know
Aye,
William, your Billy.
exactly.
But so how did you get a national insurance number if your name was William under everything?
No, but I mean that comes
'Cause-
from the government. The government know his name's Billy.
But if they're like, but they don't know if he's doing on everything. He's William
Are you
Blythe.
watching tennis?
But I'm looking between the two years. But if your name is, see, if my name was,
Spit it out, Dick.
if my name was doing is David Gracie on everything, right? They don't know well
Struggled to the
Joseph.
Gracie bit. The David wasn't the struggle. It was the he went, David Gracie.
If my name was David Gracie on everything, right? The government would know where David Gracie lives, but they wouldn't know where Joseph Gracie lives to send Joseph Gracie his national insurance number. That's what I'm saying. So how did they know where Billy Blythe was if they only knew who William Blythe was?
And look, it's a B and an N.
Because I wanted a B for Billy.
That's weird. I don't know why that's weird, but it is.
It is weird.
I wanted a B
Names
for
of
Billy.
So what does Nicole call you?
William.
But yet you've got a B there.
Because she can't change either, because she's just it now.
Mm.
Nobody can
But,
change-
like,
nobody
every-
that knew me before, like, before I left secondary school, can call me Billy. Everybody just calls me William. Everybody that knows me since calls me Billy.
But so see when you went to uni,
Aye,
you can put a preferred name on your UCAS applications.
aye.
But you
Prefers
never.
Billy now.
But I just, I
No,
did. No, I
but
did.
that
I
was
put,
before you
put-
preferred it.
I put William as a preferred, but then they just called me Billy.
So
and
they,
then I
that
just
must have confused them. They were like, his preferred name is William, but his real name's Billy. No, he must have wrote down his nickname as his real name by
Probably.
accident.
But then they just called me Billy and just went with it. I was just like, I can't be arsed. And then by the end of like the first year at uni, I was just used to it anyway.
So in Edinburgh, he's a different person for who he is in
No, just,
Glasgow.
no, I'm a different person in Glasgow as well.
It's just weird. Would you change your name, Michael?
I didn't
What would you
change it.
Well, Mike, what would you change your name to?
Nothing.
What if people just started calling you Mick?
Let's start getting heated.
Start getting heated.
But that's like Ulma gave all her sons an easily nicknameable name. Joseph. How many people actually get called Joseph? Every time I meet people, they're like, "Do you get called Joseph?" And I'm like, "Obviously, my fucking name."
In fairness, I don't call you Joseph, really.
What'd
But-
you call him?
Josie.
But like,
No, 'cause that's just what I got. It's just a nickname that I used. I don't call anybody by their actual name.
Sean calls me that, but only 'cause William started calling me that. But nobody else will call me that. But then it's
I
like,
only, like
if-
I'd never say Derek's full name. I say Dale. I never call.
but
him
if
Yeah.
you
Derek.
met somebody called Derek, would you go, "Do you get called Derek?"
No, I just call him Derek.
But like with Joseph, you would think, "Oh
Mhm.
well, obviously he gets called Joe," or something. You know what I mean? And then it's like Michael. There is Michael's.
Mikey. I'd say
There was
Mikey.
that guy in our school that only got called Mick.
See, my pal
I
for
don't like
uni.
the name Mick.
My pal for
Mike,
uni
Mick,
that's
that's
Mikey.
just-
That's Michael.
yeah.
I call him Mikey.
But Mick and Joe sound like a pair of junkies.
Aye, they date because I can only think of method on Mick for still game. When you say Mick, I don't think of
But then
Mick and Joe. They sound like
Yeah.
are they no like religious names? I know. And you
Aye.
just you've just took
So
them
see when-
for religious names, didn't you? Junkie.
see when Zoe's ma met us and
Aye.
it was Joseph, Michael, Daniel, right? And she went like that. Or is her ma like a Catholic? And it's like obviously like we live in Glasgow, so everybody's either a Catholic or a Protestant.
I'm not.
But no, really.
I'm nothing.
Cool. What team do you support?
I support Rangers, but that's not my religion. Rangers isn't a religion. I've not got I've never been christened or anything or whatever it is.
Michael
baptised or
was
anything.
Michael was
Neither.
christened a Protestant. Michael went to a Protestant.
Scumbag. I've never
When
not
was-
been
have
christened
you
or
ever been to church?
anything. For like a wedding or a funeral. Aye, that was it.
But have you ever went to church to go to church?
No, of course not.
See, like
Wouldn't I?
Michael went.
It's a waste of time to me.
I went to church to get baptised to get money.
No, you never, Michael. You went to church because you like going to church. It was all four of you went to church for
Ah.
like years.
But I was to get baptised.
Nah.
They decided to, and I was
I've only been in a church when I've had to be in a church for like a wedding or a funeral or somebody's like getting christened. I've
But,
never like
Yeah.
decided, or I've never been. Like my whole family has never been to church.
Like Zoe's never been christened. I was christened, and she's like, she takes it as a big deal because she's the only
I'm
person.
literally the only person in my entire family not christened. Everybody's christened. They've all had holy communions.
they
They've
may
all literally, and like they used to go to church. My gran would go to church.
I'm
Like,
glad I wasn't.
Some of my family like still go to church.
But I was christened. I never went to church, so being christened doesn't really make a difference.
So would you christen your win?
No.
I was going to say, because if he was, that means you have to get christened.
Well, I said that if we were to have a child, I'd want to be christened just because my whole family's christened.
But,
I mean,
like-
it makes no like.
But
it
then if your
really
Wayne
makes
wasn't, then
no difference.
you've just stuck that on the Wayne. As the
No.
only person. Yeah, get it up.
But if Zoe got christened, she would be getting christened as an adult, and Michael got christened when he was like 10, and even that was kind of weird to see somebody that
so
old
see
get
when-
christened.
Who was the last person in my family to get christened? It was Neve. No, it was when Pierce got christened. I can't remember. It was one of them. Anyway, there was a guy. So there was like four babies getting christened, and there was a man. The dad, he got christened at the same time as his child. Nobody else thought that was weird, and I thought, oh my god, I could do that.
It happens all the time.
But
like,
you wouldn't, because you would have to get your hair wet. You wouldn't
No,
do
you
it.
don't.
No, they
do
dab
it in your
on
fort-
your head.
they
No,
dab-
they don't.
They peeling back before it.
No,
Bastards.
not adults. Not adults.
He was
the
like-
guy I saw never
he-
get that done to him.
Oma,
My ma get it done as an
He
adult.
faked his christening.
What?
Oma was definitely
I have
already
wet hair.
christened as a Catholic, by the way, because she had holy communions and everything. So she's double dipping now. But
How
aye,
about did she get christened again as a Catholic?
no, she got christened again as a Protestant.
Protestant.
But
Got
oh,
baptised or whatever one it is.
So she's Beth.
She was a Catholic when she was younger, and then she's Protestant.
but
Why
oh,
did
you
she do that?
bastard.
Why did she do that?
because she went to a Protestant church
Way man
for like years. That's what I'm saying. The only reason they
She's
got
double dipping.
the only reason they got christened was because they went to church. So I don't see, if I was to have a Wayne, right, if I'm never planning to go to church, why would I get that Wayne christened? Because there's no point christening
For
somebody.
God's.
It doesn't make a difference to your child's life. It's not like saying,
Well,
like,
if it
well,
does, if
Joseph,
everybody else
see
in
if
your
there was-
family is christened.
see if there was some magic water that we could put on a Wayne's head to make it no need a wheelchair, would you no do that? Because I would definitely do that, but being christened doesn't actually make a difference. It's like just,
I'm with him.
I hate when he's right.
I'm with
but
him. I don't think it
It's,
makes sense.
it's just
I hate when he's right, but I'm still right because I have an opinion.
I don't think it makes a difference
I
either.
don't think it makes a difference. But
Especially
it would
if,
just be nice because my whole literally.
but
everyone's
like,
christened.
it's only, the only aspect people like of getting christened is that you get to have a party for your win, right?
Aye.
To let everybody meet your win. But you could do that.
And that
Just
you can
to-
come on the
Yeah,
football pitch and get all this. Looks
What?
cool when you come on the football pitch and you get all
Get all what?
like you touch the ground and you bless yourself. It looks cool.
Aye, but only Catholics
Aye.
do that.
Aye, but
Aye, you're never going to see
It's
anybody.
a celebration.
You're
It's
not
a
gonna-
celebration when you score a goal, but didn't it?
Aye, I'd love to see somebody for Rangers do that. Run.
Nacho Novo.
He used to do that.
He was a Catholic.
Weird.
Get it up, yeah. Aye, but it's usually a celebration, didn't it?
A celebration.
I mean, this
Isn't scoring the goal just enough?
But
Like,
nobody's
No,
got.
then you celebrate.
Nikon's gone back to Nacho Novo's fucking church that he was christened in, being like, he wasn't even fucking christened. Nikon's got to like be like, you can't do that. You've
bet it
not
was-
been christened.
Aye, but you can't just be like, you know all that if you've no been.
But nobody would know.
Aye, but you can't do it. You can't be, you know all that. You can't be.
But what if you ran out and did that? Do you think Sean would turn around and say to you, William, have you been christened?
I think Sean would turn round and what the fuck are you doing? You're no Catholic. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure him or Derek would be turn round and say that.
Oh well.
Should give it a try next time.
My fuck. I will be smited.
Smited by who?
God.
God. So you believe in God?
No.
Do you believe in God?
I don't know. Sometimes.
I don't really know.
You can be the what's it called? What's it called? The one that believes there's something but doesn't believe in a god. Like you
Agnostic.
agnostic. Aye, you can be agnostic if you want.
It's not just believing in God,
Aye,
it's just
You
believing in
believe
a
there's
higher
something.
power.
Aye, you believe there's
Yeah.
something.
But like, to think that some,
If he's really that real, then
Do you believe in God, Michael?
Michael did believe in God, but so Michael must be the only person in this room that's believed in God enough to go to church. Surely when you went to church, you believed in God.
You're really hammering this home about Michael going to church.
But I'm just saying,
No, but I didn't believe in God when I went to church. I was going to church because Andy and that were going to church and we would go to Aggie's after.
so for Michael, it was more about spending time with your family and
That's
away
nice.
from me.
Whereas,
Fair enough. I give him a minute.
away from you, you were always in your bed till like 4 o'clock anyway.
That's William's fault. Blame William.
How?
Xbox.
Playing GTA like 5 in the morning.
No
Bad
anymore.
influence. If you went to church, you wouldn't have been doing that, William. You'd have to have been getting up. See, maybe church does have a place in it. Maybe the only good thing about church is that you can have a community of people.
So
Nah.
does that change your opinion on getting your child christened?
Oh, fuck.
No. Would the Buddhists do? They just go like, it's sound, you had a win, well done. Like,
I don't think that's what happens. I don't think a Buddhist buff and like, well done, sound.
aye, but they don't christen it.
Well, Jews have their bar mitzvahs, none of that.
Aye, but Jews also mutilate genitals, Michael.
True. Right, we'll not go into that because you're probably going to
But Jewish people have the same God as you.
Did they?
Aye, they just don't believe in Jesus.
Well,
Is that what it is?
Aye. They believe in Moses and the Ten Commandments or something and nothing else.
Oh, right. So they don't think Jesus was actually a person, but they believe in God.
No,
Old Testament, no New Testament.
but that's the same as Muslim people. Muslim people don't believe,
They believe in Allah.
but they believe Jesus was a
Messenger.
prophet or something.
Do
They don't believe he was the son of God. Muhammad gets mentioned once in the Quran, but Jesus gets like something like 10 mentions.
Do you know an awful lot about religion for somebody that doesn't want their way to have a religion?
Well, I know all the good reasons not to have a religion. Wars.
Oh fuck! No.
What?
Don't go into wars. And
What about
religion.
that Robin Hood movie? The whole start of that movie was a war. Well,
Robin Hood movie?
I like. Remember the one we went to see?
Sherwood Forest?
No,
What's that going to do?
Robin Hood comes back for fighting in the Crusades, which was basically King John being like, the Muslims they have different opinions on us about God. Let's go out and murder them all and take all their stuff. And then
I don't remember this.
Robin
part, eh?
Hood
Robin Hood when I was wee.
almost died in the Crusades, and then he came home to Sherwood, and then like his like castle and all that was took by the sheriff, and he had fuck all.
I don't remember this part of Robin Hood when I was wee, by the way. That's a different version you've been watching.
Come on, Zoe, when on Robin Hood?
I remember seeing the film, but I'm terrible at remembering what happened and stuff.
She remembers walking out and going like, that Taron Egerton?
Yeah?
You know how, have you seen Kingsman?
No.
Then you don't know who it is. Have you seen Rocket Man?
No.
Then you don't
the
know
guy
who
who played Elvis.
Elvis. You know how Rocket Man, that famous movie about Elvis?
Elton.
Elton.
Nah.
Just Elton.
I've not seen it. I don't know who
Well,
it is.
it's that guy. And she fancied him.
No,
That
it
was
Nicole.
Nicole.
That was
That
Nicole.
was
Zoe knew it was Ryan Reynolds walking in, and that's one of the reasons she went to see the movie.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I went to see the
I
movie
love
because I love
Ryan
Ryan Reynolds.
I love Ryan
Do you know like
Reynolds.
Pokemon?
I do like Pokemon, but I said that was one of the reasons that I
Oh.
watch anything Ryan Reynolds is in. Even if I think it's going to be a shite film, which most of the time, I
It
like when
is.
you read the Netflix, it's a shit synopsis, and I'm just like, fuck it, Ryan Reynolds is in it, I'll get a watch.
Yeah.
It's like that with every movie, but like, see,
But if Ryan
We
Reynolds
will
or Zac Efron are in it, I'll watch it.
what we talk about, we will talk about. There was White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen. Two movies where the White House gets attacked that came out like a month apart.
Yeah.
The difference between them, one starred
I prefer
Channing Tatum.
the one with Channing Tatum because it's got Channing Tatum in it.
Zoe prefers Olympus Has Fallen because it has Gerard Butler.
I don't like Gerard Butler.
I wasn't even a huge fan, but I don't know. I became a fan over the last year or so. of him.
But
No,
see,
Gerard
and,
Butler's a Celtic fan.
and he's for Paisley.
I know he should be supporting St Mirren.
Like Zoe earlier. Zoe's a proud supporter. You're
I'm not
fa-
even from Paisley.
You're for Johnston.
I'm
The
from
North.
Glasgow.
Oh,
The
cool.
North. There's no East. North. North. We're in the North.
East. The northeast.
Well, I
That's
moved.
literally the MP you vote for, Glasgow North East. We had this argument last week, and how it was weird.
Aye, but-
how you vote for you can stay in the one, you can stay here. You're voting for an
Let's not get into this one
MSP
again.
for one place, and an MP for the other, for another place. I'm just saying, it's nothing to do with
There's one face.
like you. I know my nose is really itchy.
Don't scratch with the mic.
Why?
Because I'm getting ear raped every time you walk.
That's your problem. Why see I do it? Goes how you do it.
Mine will be different.
Go just do it anyway. That was the chin, not the
That
nose.
That was nothing.
How do you know? How did you know it was zero
Because
noise?
she's on this.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
she like
she-
clo-
You're still made a noise.
But she's
But I
not.
don't have stubble like you used to.
Yeah, one,
He doesn't have stubble on his nose.
Well, well,
It's
that's
the
true.
spongy bit that-
Oh yeah.
Go and get a dish scour to rub against her nose and see if that makes a noise. Right. So what were we talking about? Right, Gerard Butler is the greatest action star to have ever lived.
No,
Who says that?
Joseph.
Hunter Killer, you seen it, William? He has no action in that movie.
That was a really good film.
But all the action is other people. He stands on a boat, right? He's on a submarine, and it goes down like this, right? So he leans back like this, right?
It was
And
pretty
they all look. It's like a room full of people, and they're all like.
Never seen it.
Watch it. It's good. It's on Netflix.
Also on Netflix. It's
Good
it's
advertising.
alright. It isn't amazing.
No, but it was good.
But
Watched it.
Gerard Butler plays an American with a Scottish accent. That's what I was going to say. So see, White House Down only had one movie. Olympus Has Fallen had three. And then by the third one, Gerard Butler's just talking in a Scottish accent. He's bad at accents.
He's bad at acting.
He's not bad at acting.
No, I don't think he's a bad actor.
Have you seen what was that one that The Notebook? No wait,
I
Yeah,
never saw that.
He is not in the Notebook. I will guarantee you that.
he was in a movie like that. Like you know how The Notebook and Dear John and all that came out at the same time.
Never seen Dear John. Never even heard that.
It
I've
might
seen
have
the
been Dear
Notebook.
John he was in.
Dear John, it's quite good. I
But
read
he
the
look,
book.
but he's an alright actor. He just needs to start playing Scottish characters instead of Americans because he can't handle the accents.
I'm just not a fan of him. I've got people I like, but I just he's not like an actor that I'll go and watch. I'll go and watch Ryan Reynolds. I'll go and watch like Zac Efron.
But you won't support anybody Scottish. Who's your favourite Scottish actor?
What's the guy? Oh, I can't
Billy
remember.
Connolly, Michael Wynn.
Can't remember his name.
Well, his last movie
The
was
guy that-
Gulliver's
Mick?
Travels.
What? The guy who's in The Bodyguard TV show.
Oh,
yeah.
Richard Madden.
Him, Richard Madden. He's my favourite Scottish actor.
But you haven't even watched Game of Thrones. How's that supporting them?
Because I like Game of Thrones. Because it's not I don't like him, so I just don't like Game of Thrones. I don't find it interesting.
Yeah.
I can't stay away. It doesn't
Did you
grab me. It's
But
not
you
something
didn't
I
see
like.
Rocket Man.
It's not like
He was
Elton
in it.
John.
But Richard Madden was in it.
Aye. Was that going to do it? You said who's my favourite Scottish actor. I told you I didn't say
But you
I'll go and
said
watch
it-
every one of his
But you
films.
said you would go and see a movie if it had Zac Efron in it or if it had Channing
Yes.
Tatum in it.
Because, yeah, I never said I'd go and watch a movie if it had Richard Madden in it. You said, which Scottish actors do you like?
Did you see what was that one?
I'm going to tell you no. Whatever you're going to
No, Baywatch. Did you see?
Of course I've
Baywatch?
seen Baywatch. It's got Zac Efron in it, and The Rock, and what's her name?
Priyanka Chopra.
No,
No.
it's
Oh,
the
shit.
woman that was in True Detective. I can't remember her name.
She's also in It's Always Sunny.
Aye, for one episode.
Aye.
I don't.
Oh, what's her name's going on?
Google it.
I like her.
She's like the one with the dark hair, not the blonde. What-
Right, no the main. She's like the second main woman in it. She's not the main
No,
one.
she is the main woman in it because she's the one that has all the scenes with Zac Efron. The one with the blonde hair is like.
No, but she's the one with the blonde hair's like the higher seniority. In it.
Aye, but that doesn't mean she had Mel Lines.
I know, this is but she's like the main person in the Baywatch team.
No, The Rock.
Aye,
is
The
main
Rock, but
person.
she's the main woman in the Baywatch team. For
Pamela Anderson.
no,
You're what? You flipped
Okay.
up the
No,
TV.
I haven't. It's just 'cause she was in it. Someone called Kaylee. I have no idea
no.
what her surname is.
Let's see. It's Alexandra
Alexandra
Daddario.
Daddario. There we
She
go.
doesn't have blonde hair in that picture.
We
That's
didn't
what I'm
say. We
saying.
said she's not the one with blonde hair.
Oh, I thought you said she had blonde hair.
There's one else, it's got her on.
Aye.
Okay. My bad.
Oh well, right. So Alexandra Daddario is an actress that William would go and see in a movie.
Aye.
Is that what we're going to end on?
Aye.
Alright, well, if you want to see more episodes, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. I've never done it. Is it a bell or something?
Yeah, it's the shape of a bell. It looks like a bell.
It's post notifications button.
That's a notification button. Mate.
Right, and that helps us somehow. You'll see when the
Like, you'll see
episode,
when it comes up, and you'll be able to watch it.
unless you only watch on your PS4 and you don't have the YouTube app downloaded, like Zoe. So I'm assuming it's not going to work for Zoe because she'll never get the notification.
Just get an
But-
email.
Email?
Now you get an email. Send you an email saying like like whatever your.
Do you know what I did on the 29 hours that were delayed? I went through my emails from 2016 to date and deleted them.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it killed an
Now
hour or
you'll
two.
see when our email comes up when this video comes out.
Yep. So remember to subscribe. It's youtube.com/also Scottish on YouTube. Also
have to spell it.
Scottish.podbean.com. If they can't spell it now, then fuck them.
I was enjoying you spelling out every
You
episode.
spell
Nah. Fuck them.
it. And then also Scottish@gmail.com. For whatever reason, we give it that.
Because
Email
you tell
address.
people email you if they've got anything they want to ask, and
If
you
you
just
have
ignore them anyway.
If you have money you want to give us, Duns, also Scottish@gmail.com. And that's it.
That's it.
Bye.
See you later.
So you never said bye.
Bye.